everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Olitoyin Williams of olitoyinwilliams.com, HR coach and author. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to be sharing with us 4 things employers are looking for in top HR candidates. In my last video, I shared 5 things. I'm going to link that video below in the description box so that you can get to it very quickly. Now, in this video, I would love to talk to you about 4 things that employers are looking for in top HR candidates. The very first one is their unique experiences. Now, remember what I said before, not all HR candidates are created the same. So the kind of experiences you would have in your HR career if you worked in a startup versus if you worked in a mature organization will be different. The nature of HR skills and experiences you would have if you had worked in a really established non-profit environment versus a really established for-profit environment will be different. The nature of HR skills you would have if you worked for a turnaround organization will be different from if you worked for a rapid growth organization. So that's what I meant when I said not all HR candidates are created the same. Now, for those different types of experiences, you're going to bring to the table different experiences and different skills. Now, when you're in the interview, employers are looking to see what skills have you got? And if those skills are the skills that are in demand in this current organization, how do you do this? First off, let's do a quick analysis of your current work experience so far. Let's say, for example, you have worked in 4 organizations so far. And interestingly, all 4 organizations are in the non-profit sector. So it's almost safe to say that you're a non-profit HR leader. Is that what is written on your profile? Are those the kind of jobs that you're targeting? Now, if you weren't targeting those kind of jobs, you will be targeting jobs wherein you're not the top HR candidate. And that would spell a bit of a challenge for you. So let's assume, for example, that you are a non-profit HR leader and you're targeting jobs in the non-profit sector. We want to see, are you coming on board with skills that shows that you have worked in non-profits that are startups or non-profits that are mature? There is a difference in the skills that are required for those 2 environments. And that's why it's really critical for us to be able to understand what set of unique skills you're coming on board with. The best thing you can do for yourself, obviously, I don't want to pigeonhole you to say just because you started off being in a non-profit, you should continue working in a non-profit. No. If you do intend to opt out of that sector and opt into another sector, but opt with 2 eyes open. What do I mean by that? You want to choose roles where your HR skills will put you on top of the candidate list, not down at the bottom of it. And how do you do this? By ensuring that the skill sets that you have closely aligns with the skill sets that the employer is looking for. That's the first tip that I'll be sharing today. Your unique career experiences. Employers are looking for candidates that have unique career experiences that closely mirrors the challenges that they are having in their organizations, because then they know that you'll be able to solve those challenges for them easily. The second thing that employers are looking for in top HR candidates is their cultural fit. What do we mean by cultural fit? So cultural fit refers to a consolidation of your personality, the personality of the organization, the intensity of the organization, the values, the mission of the organization, the pace at which the organization moves. All of that comes together, reflects cultural fit. How do you fit into the organization? But then how can they tell your fit? They can tell your fit during the interview from how you talk, how you dress, how you come across, how you position your experiences. They can tell if you're going to be a fit for the organization or not. So, how do you manage and navigate this? Whenever you are applying for a job, it's very important for you to do your research to find out as much as you can details about the culture of the organization. What are the things that are important to them? I know for the most part, when HR professionals may be searching for jobs, some HR professionals might look at only the money. How much does that sector pay? What kind of benefits or perks are available in that sector? Well, you can do that when you're early in your career. or when you're at mid-level. But as you move into more senior roles, you need to start thinking about the culture fit. Because once you're not able to fit into the culture of the organization, unfortunately, you're going to have a really hard time getting along with them. And more of the time, it might result in you leaving the company or organization much earlier than you planned. So cultural fit is very important. Let's imagine that you have done your research on cultural fit and you've gone into the interview. As much as possible, you want to mirror the culture fit that would get you the job. What do I mean? If the organization is the kind of organization that they love first name basis, relaxed dressing, just someone who has, little airs around them, you want to mirror that. If you come across in the interview as a candidate that is really uppity and wants to be addressed formally, meanwhile the organization is on a first name basis, that would definitely indicate that you're not going to be a true fit for their culture. So this is the second point that employers are looking for in top candidates, the culture fit. The third point that employers are looking for in top HR candidates is their energy and enthusiasm. What do I mean by this? For many people, when they get into a role, you can almost feel their energy. Either this person has a high energy or a low energy. When HR candidates are in the room, employers are looking for who is that HR candidate that is energetic, that is able to take us on this journey that we're going to. Obviously, they know their organization better than you. You don't know the organization, but as much as possible, you can figure a few things out. So for example, I'll give you a tip. If you were looking at the organization you're prospecting to interview at, and you look at the people who are listed on LinkedIn as mid-level or senior level in the organization, are they young people? Are they middle-aged people? Are they really senior, mature people? Where do you fit in all of that? If you look at the demographics of the HR team, is it a young team in terms of age? Is it a mature team or is it a mid-level team? You really want to take that into consideration. So when you come into the interview, obviously you're coming into the interview with your own energy. Is that energy being matched? Are you meeting a team of really mature people and you know you need to probably slow it down a bit in order to be able to match their energy? As much as possible, you want to project enthusiasm. You want to project that you're excited about the role. You want to project that you've got the energy for it. And you can decipher those things pretty early by just looking at the constitution of the people in the organization. So that is one thing that employers will be looking for in top HR candidates. Are you able to match the energy of the organization? The last thing that I'll be sharing in this video that employers are looking for in top HR candidates is your communication skills. How well do you communicate? Are you adept at communicating on paper or in person? How are your presentation skills? This is why you would find that some organizations, as part of their recruitment process, they would require that you should present something to them. In asking you to solve that, organization problem, they are trying to decipher how comfortable are you presenting your ideas. Are you able to lay out your idea in a way that makes sense from point A to B? Are you able to come across in a way that is convincing and compelling? They want to see how well you communicate. Your manner of speaking, your diction, your pace, your ease at which you speak. Are you able to speak in such a way that it's easy for someone who is listening to you to follow along? While you might be thinking to yourself, yeah, I understand that communication is important, but come on now, isn't that a bit over the top? No, I can tell you it's not over the top. Why? HR professionals will be required to communicate so many things in the course of one day. From attending a senior management meeting, to communicating with your team, to liaising with other HODs, to speaking to the floor staff or to front house staff, to speaking to employees. There are so many opportunities for you to communicate during the day, and they would love to know how easily you can switch between how you communicate to senior management and how you communicate to someone who is on the field, or how you communicate to another HOD who is requiring your help. So communication is a very strong point for HR candidates, and that's the fourth tip that I'll be sharing with you. To recap, I have shared 4 tips. The first one, your unique experiences, your unique work experiences. How does that align? How does that support the new organization that you're trying to interview at? The second one, your culture fit. Have you got the right culture fit? Are you going to be able to fit into them like a glove, or you're going to be sticking out like a sore thumb? The third one, your energy and enthusiasm. How energetic and enthusiastic are you about the job? And the fourth one, your communication skills. Are you able to communicate in a way that is compelling? Are you able to communicate in a way that everyone understands and can buy into what you're communicating? Those are the 4 things that employers are looking for in top HR candidates. If you're curious about the other 5 things that I had shared earlier, please check my video that is linked below so you can watch that video. And as usual, comment back to tell me how you feel about what I have just shared. If there are any burning questions that you have, please, by all means, drop them in the comment section. I'll be happy to read them and respond to them. And of course, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and always subscribe so we can produce more videos like this. Thank you very much. Till I come your way again. Take care. Bye.